And back with another episode of the Wrasslin Roundtable podcast, where we talk about all things wrestling and probably crash out a little bit about things that don't make sense, as we do. As always, I got my guy Dominique LaRue joining us. I'm Ryan Hall. And Dom, first of all, welcome in as always. And second of all, um, I think the first thing we need to talk about this week is that great promo segment in the contract signing between Braun Breaker and our guy Obafemi. Now, I feel I'm unsure as to why they're going with this at Saturday night's main event, Sunday night's main event. My apologies, but I can't help but wonder why they're going with this at Saturday night's main event instead of at a pay-per-view.
Well, I feel the same way as you do, but when I think about it and think about the card going into Sunday night's main event, especially with it being on a Sunday night versus a Saturday night, because we have up and coming sports events coming back around, aka football. Um, you need something to bring viewers, aka WWE fans, to watch it.
Yeah,
And what bigger thing currently right now in WWE besides Roman Reigns than Oba, really? So to get Oba and Braun in the ring against each other for the first time in the main roster, I mean we were literally getting a second coming of Brock versus Roman at WrestleMania.
yeah. Or as you said, Brock versus Batista.
Batista, yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean these two are literally the face new face of WWE. They are the pillars, as they like to call themselves at AEW, of the company now. I mean, once, I hate to talk like this, but like, I mean, it's happening everywhere in major sports, NBA, NFL. Like, you got your Aaron Rodgers, you got your LeBron James, you got your, you know, I mean, I don't mean to bring his name up to get any clout or anything, but like Travis Kelsey's, you got these guys like getting close to their getting close to the end rather than the beginning. So like who is going to grasp the brass ring and take the company, you know, I don't think they ever take it further than what Roman has taken it, but like at least in that same realm, possibly. And I mean, what other bigger name than Obafemi at this moment?
yeah, no, exactly. And I feel like Obafemi right now is what Brock Lesnar was back in like 2002, 2003.
Oh,
He's no
absolutely.
he's a freak of an athlete, strong as hell, just incredible presence in the ring. That strut is over as it can be.
Just the build up to
Yeah,
his
no,
bloodline.
yeah.
Just like
His
when Brock's entrance music hits, like pow, that sound that hits, and
yeah.
it's like oh crap. Like Obafemi's is like the lights go out. It's like Batman finna appear. Like lights go out, and everybody's gets hyped, and it's just like
Hmm.
I get that same feeling, like that aura, like you know Brock or the Undertaker or like Stone Cold or even The Rock. Like we said before in previous episodes,
Very,
like
very heavy conversation, by the way. Very heady company.
yeah, um, that's one of the important ingredients to a superstar is the presentation. Obviously, what he does on the mic and what he does in the ring, but like if you can get over with the crowd just by your entrance music and your entrance walk, I mean, you literally got them in the palm of your hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I like the thing that comes up to me is that there's so much that goes into a great superstar. It's not just his moveset in the ring, it's his whole entire presentation. Great music, great presentation on the entrance. It's about all of that, right? Um, love him or hate him, we have our opinions here, but Hulk Hogan is a prime example of that. He wasn't that great in the ring, but he had great presence. He had great aura. His entrance music, cheesy, but it fit the time. The flexing, the American flags, the feather boas, all that stuff fit him so well. And I feel like I feel like Obafemi, his presentation has a lot of that in common. If you think about it, he's got the lights out entrance. He's got the lasers. He's got the strut. He's got the beads. He's got it. And with so many of WWE's main eventers either pushing 40 or well into their 40s, pushing 50 in some cases, they need to build new guys moving forward. And you brought up such a great thing that there was a little bit of a controversy online this week about somebody publishing a completely false narrative that ESPN was looking to opt out of their contract already with WWE. Um, but at the same time, you're kind of bringing this on yourself because in 5 years' time, who's going to be in the main event scene? Is it going to be CM Punk in his mid 50s? Is it going to be Roman Reigns pushing 50? Is it going to be Cody Rhodes in his mid 40s? Or is it going to be Trick Williams? Is it going to be Obafemi? Is it going to be Javon Evans? Um,
Brian Breaker.
or Braun Breaker? Exactly. Exactly. Is it going to be these guys who, who are young, who are talented, who are hungry? Or is it going to be the same retreads year after year? That's the thing that worries me with kind of the current state of how the company is right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't take news like that as it was false news. I take it as it could be a sign. It just they didn't want it out that early. Who's to say that ESPN don't renew their deal after 5 years? Because I mean, let's face it, the first year ain't going too hot. I mean, you got more downs than you got ups. You got more criticism than you do praise. And I mean, you rolling with the big dogs now. You with ESPN. ESPN literally has every finger in sports there is.
Yeah.
And two of the biggest sports in America is football and basketball. And
Yeah.
those two are not going for nothing. So if you want to be the big number three, I mean, you gotta put out better product. I mean,
And don't forget, ESPN also owns the MLB app too. So
oh
they're
my
tied
God.
in with the NFL. They're tied in with MLB. They're tied in with the NBA. They're tied in heavy with college sports. They've got their pulse. They've got their fingers on the pulse of everything.
Yeah. So if you're not pulling in your weight like these other product is, then eventually ESPN is going to cut you like they cut everybody else on their network.
Yeah.
I mean, if WWE ain't pulling numbers like Pat McAfee, then they're finna get cut like Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
So
Of course, they're spreading McAfee way too thin.
and they do what did I tell you about on the show about oversaturating somebody? Like if you give us too much of something, it's going to get boring. It's going to get uh what would you say? Why? Why do we have to see him on every? think.
washed out. I mean, it's just going to get watered down.
Yeah, having him on college football, that is perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Having him on WWE, that was perfect too when he was commentating.
yeah,
But and I mean, like his podcast, that's his podcast, so that's
yeah.
fine. You have to go to watch that. Y'all got it. It's on ESPN. You can go watch it if you want to, or watch the time slot that he's in. But like, I mean, you literally gonna put him on NFL Live.
Why?
You gonna put him on a Monday Night Football kickoff show. Like, what was the problem with Ryan Clark and the other guys that were doing it? Why do Pat McAfee got to put his foot in it? Like, I get he's a former NFL player, but the guys that was on the show, they were former NFL players. Steve Van Pelt. I mean, he's a longtime ESPN analyst. Like that was fine what they had. Swaggy P and Ryan Clark and Jason Kelsey. Like what was
Yeah.
wrong with them?
ESPN outside of their there's a running joke online that outside of their live game coverage, which is impeccable in my opinion for the most part.
Right. Right.
But outside of their live game coverage,
Mm.
outside of that, it's like MTV, in the end when they were just running needless, just endless reruns of ridiculousness and the real world and all of this just like mindless, brainless stuff.
Yeah. And going to the reality TV aspect of it all. Like they had a few
Yeah.
reality TV shows when they was solely on music, but then when the music started fading out and they went solely to reality TV shows, it was like this ain't even MTV anymore.
No. And I'm going to show my age a little bit, and we'll move on here, but I'm going to show my age a little bit. The ESPN back in the day, I love this guy's show. The guy, his name was Roy Firestone, and he hosted an interview show where it was like a 30-minute interview show where he sat down with an athlete or somebody from the world of sports and asked him like intense, kind of tough questions. But it was fascinating because we got to see behind the mask of star athletes like a Reggie Jackson or a Larry Bird or somebody of that level. And right now, this is nothing but Pat McAfee. Like it's nothing but Pat McAfee Central right now, and I can't like again. Their live game coverage is phenomenal, best in the game. Like college football is really where they eat, but everything outside of that, it just seems like let's shove Pat McAfee right in our face.
Oh, hey, worldwide leader in sports. So
Yeah, the worldwide leader in something. Yeah, yeah. So we've been kind of referring to it over the past few weeks, but I'm curious to get your thoughts on why. Well, first of all, why they brought back Big Cass. What's the point in bringing back Big Cass? Like, was there a I mean, and I see you kind of crashing out over there, but was there a purpose? Like, happy that he's got his life together, okay? Happy that he's got his life together, but why is he on the main roster? Why is he not, you know, why is he not kicking the heads off of NXT people? He's not that big of a star. And poor Javon Evans, I mean, they got to be careful with him because that could have buried him.
before we started the show, and that description I was telling you about pretty much our episode currently.
Yeah.
Um, Big Cass is a filler. Um, He was just filling the roster spot they had. Uh, Somebody just threw a dart on the wall and then landed on his name. It was like, hey, let's resign Big Cass back. Um, why? W- I mean, like you said, he should have been in NXT. That's fine. NXT. You had Grayson Waller go back to NXT, and he's causing a ruckus, a very good ruckus at that. But
I'm
like
about to say
nothing
he's
was
having
wrong.
fun. He's having fun down there,
He's having
really
fun
kind
again.
of being an actual heel.
Exactly. And like they're looser down there. I'm sure Shawn Michaels let them, go to their strengths and like, explore their character and be a little looser down there than on the main roster. And I mean, Grayson Waller going back to NXT probably the best thing that saved his career. I mean, he literally buried Austin Theory. Uh we let Drogonoff and Sheamus go just to get Big Cass. You hear that definite silence? That's how fans are whenever Big Cass comes out. They got this profound look on their face, like, "Hey, where Enzo? Like,
Right.
didn't you have when you in a tag team?
Yeah.
Like
For the love of God, don't encourage them to bring the tag team back. Please
at
don't
this
bring Enzo
point,
back. But that's
at
the
this
only way
point,
to get him over. That's going to be the
at
only way to get him over.
at this point, my brother, we're going to get to this topic later on, but they brought another faction back, and you already know how I feel about factions.
Oh my God. Yeah.
They started another faction. Like, how many factions do we need until one of them is exited out? Like, I am sick and tired of another faction. Can you please erase three before you bring one in? At least one for sure. You already know who I'm talking about, and I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
into it.
I know, and we're not going to acknowledge their existence.
Thank God. See? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. No, so just for our listeners, for our viewers, right? Do y'all remember how positive we were just last episode? Do y'all remember how excited we were? Like you even said the phrase that still blows my mind. It makes sense.
I can't believe it came out of my mouth.
I know it. Yeah, I had to make you repeat it.
Because I mean, going into last Monday night, it was starting to make sense. Okay.
It was.
Solo Solo sided with LA Knight. Cool. Y'all kick off the show. Cool. Usos come out. They throw a gauntlet down. Y'all are gonna fight in the main event. Cool. Solo do solo things. This your warning shot. Wow. He go to another. He referenced the Matrix. He was Neo. That was by far the funniest thing of that night.
Yeah, by
Just to
far,
turn
yeah.
around, we go on a high of beginning the show to a low of who in the blue hell, excuse my language, but
Yeah.
blue hell is these two guys with Royce Keys. And then on top of that, why did Royce Key attack Solo and LA Knight? Because they didn't come help you against one dude that was supposed to be your brother? And he told you he was going to take you out. Like he told you, he looked you dead in your eyes and said, I'm going to take you out. I didn't see Jay come down there. I didn't see Jimmy come down there. So what was the point of LA Knight and Solo to come down there to help you against one dude? It's one on one. It's street rules. It's one on one. Now, if somebody comes down there and start beating up on you with the dude that's beating up on you, then yeah, sure, somebody comes to help you. But if you can't take on Jacob by yourself, then that is a problem. That is a serious problem that you had to go out
Yeah.
and go get OTM. And who is OTM? I don't watch. NXT that much, but when I do
I
peek
don't
in on
either. Yeah.
NXT, there's certain ones I know, and OTM is definitely off my radar. I thought they was part of the faction Death Streak, Deaths, whoever their names is, but even that I don't even care about because that's another faction that I could care less about. Uh, Fatal Attraction. It's like they remind me of Toxic Attraction. Like y'all just want to keep the attraction bar and just switch the names. Like I'm confused. I was slowly about to crash out of my infection again. But anywho,
Yeah. Breathe,
back to the
breathe,
main
brother,
event.
breathe. Yeah.
Back to the main event. It's like, oh yay, Royce Keys back. Oh no, he's got a faction. And now, like, are you are you like making us think that Solo and LA Knight are going to join the Usos and get back or something? I don't know. And this is it's like with that ending, it makes you think about Survivor Series. It don't make you think
Like
about
it's
Money in the Bank.
needlessly confusing, is what it is. It's just needlessly
Exactly.
confusing.
Everything, every episode right now we're watching on Raw needs to be leading us to Money in the Bank. But for some odd reason, it makes me think about Survivor Series versus Money in the Bank.
Like the
Money in the
hell with
Bank is
Money in
one
the
of
Bank. When Money in the Bank needs to be one of the biggest four shows of the
is
year.
exactly, exactly, Ryan. Like Money in the Bank is one of the biggest PLEs because it has the potential to change somebody's career. It has done it
Yeah.
for so many Money in the Bank winners. Uh, two I can name that didn't do so well, but one is a Hall of Famer, and the other one is the current U.S. champion. And guess who's he fighting at Sunday night's main event? A guy that refers to himself as a boat.
Who is a who you know who I blame for this? Because Lil Yachty, the boatman, if it wasn't for Bad Bunny actually showing up and actually looking good, like he had actually put in work, we wouldn't have had Travis Scott. Sorry for saying his name. We wouldn't have had Lil Yachty. We wouldn't have had Jelly Roll. We wouldn't have had all these needless celebrities. It's needless. Your roster is as deep as it's ever been, and you're giving a slot on Sunday night's main event
For a 5 minute
to Lil
match.
Yachty
A 5 minute match. If he can last 5 minutes,
against
Trick
Baron freaking Corbin.
Trick Williams get a US title match again if he can last 5 minutes. Yeah, you still got Melo
Just give
sitting in
him
the
the
back.
match. Give him the match.
Just put Melo in the match. Put Melo in the
Take.
match with Trick. Give us a triple threat match, or give us something that makes sense because that doesn't make sense. And like, no disrespect to some of the celebrities that actually like Bad Bunny. We talked about this before WrestleMania. Um, was it 41, 42, whichever one, but you point this out to me before. Celebrities are going to be involved in WWE. I mean, they've been involved since
Since
the end of time.
WrestleMania 1. Since
Yeah,
WrestleMania 1. Yeah.
and that
Even
is
before
fine.
WrestleMania started.
And that is absolutely fine. But like now it's getting to a point where because of Bad Bunny, um, if you're a wrestling fan and you care about the business that much, respect to you first of all. But like if you can't put up what Bad Bunny put up, then maybe you should just stay a valet and not wrestle.
What are
And
the
give
odds?
and I give profit, excuse me. I give respect to um I Show Speed. I Show Speed.
All right.
He's taken a spear by Braun, and he's even did a suicide dive on Logan Paul. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I even give Logan Paul props.
Ah,
Logan Paul came in, He went through the trenches. He worked with the Miz. After he done with the Miz, he went on and started. I mean, my God, he skyrocketed to fight Roman, and I mean, even getting that rub from Roman, you are on your way because who in the blue? I've already said it anyway, but who in the blue hell would have even thought that Logan Paul and Roman Reigns would be in the same breath in a match?
Yeah.
So kudos to Logan, kudos to I Still Speed, kudos and please come back, Bad Bunny. But
Yeah.
little Yachty, you can't even fall through a table correctly. I'm sorry. Like, do we not forget how he failed on that table at SummerSlam? Or
I'm
that
trying
just
to I'm trying to block it out of my mind. I like I want at this point I want one of the men in black to get show that flashy thing in my face.
I'm glad you said it that way because I had something very gruesome and it wasn't going to be very nice. I would rather I'll take this and I'll leave it at that. But
As in the words of the great R Truth, I don't think that's PG.
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Speaking of our
Oh,
truth, did you get the sense that David Priest was about to turn on our truth on SmackDown? I was like, why they
I was
dragging
starting to
this
feel
on?
that. I was starting to feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what's this don't feel right? Like he finna turn on our truth. Like, granted, break them up. That's cool, but don't. David Priest is fine where he's at. Don't turn him a heel. He don't need to be a heel. He's already ran that course with the Judgment Day. Let's just keep him where he's at. He's fine. Fans love him now. Like, let's not. I mean, and then Lola Vice is coming back. So, like, I don't know, make him be there for her or something. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm excited for that. That's a big boost to the women's division. But
Absolutely it is. Yeah.
like, come on, man. Damon Priest is a heel again. Come on.
Damian Priest is so likable. Why do you want to make him heel again?
Stop giving us the heels that we don't want and give us the heel that we do want. Make that heel already. Like, Jesus Christ. How many times we got to say this on this show? Like, God, yeah, I'm about to crash out about that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Dom, you okay?
I'm so sick of them.
You need a cold compress on your face. You
I'm
need
sick
it.
of them giving us some. They give us big cash. They give us freaking. Oh my God! They just give us stuff that. Why? I come in your store. I come for a specific item, right? I want that item. I brought my money for the item, and you trying to side sell me on a deal that I don't even want. You don't want that piece of crap car over there. I want that Lamborghini right over there. I saved all my money to come in here and get that red Lamborghini that I've been looking at every single time I pass your store. But you want to sell me a Pinto. You want to sell me a freaking Tesla. I don't want a Tesla. Okay. I want a freaking Lamborghini. Hey man, we think this will work well. No. Okay. Give me Cody as a heel. Okay. Randy is the reason why he turns heel. Randy brings that darkness out of him that he's been burying. Like, and it makes sense. Danhauser crushed him. That'll make sense. Uh, Cody just randomly, oh shit, I dropped my pocket watch. Oh, I'm pissed now. Now he's a heel. That don't make any kind of freaking sense at all. But that's what they do. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
Cody just wakes up, freaking his dog took a crap in his couch, and all of a sudden now he's a heel. And all of a sudden,
I'm just letting you cook. I'm just letting you roll.
trying to tears a freaking picture that we've seen for 20 plus years of him and his dad, and it pisses him off so bad that he has to crash out. And like, bro, we see that picture. We've seen that picture. Like if it was a baby picture, I get it. If it was a picture of him holding your first child, I get it. But a picture that we lit, it was a picture of
Yeah,
him
it was
coming to WWE for the first time.
you and I both know he pulled that picture off of Google Photos.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Cody texted it to a prop person to get a print before that show.
That was the first damn picture they took together as Cody entered WWE on the roster. We know that picture.
Yeah.
Get the F out of here, okay? And I get it. It's your dad. It's on that picture. I'll be crashing out about that. Like, yo, you don't disrespect my dad. But like, for you to crash out about a picture that everybody's seen before, like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't either. I don't either.
Burnett has legendary jacket or his wrestling gear or something that would piss me off. You got that from the archives. How did you get that? Here go Drew, throw it in the trash can. Shish kebab. Okay, but a little picture
Yeah.
and it's the picture everybody's seen for many, many years, and he throws it in the trash can. Getting your hand bashed in from Randy Orton. I can see why you crashed out. You might have got a concussion. It might have switched the switch in your head that it can't get switched back. But oh my God, I'm done. I'm done.
You sure? Because I just
Yeah,
let you keep going.
I'm done. I'm good. I'm
All
gonna
right.
let it. I'm
All
gonna let
right.
it.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that. Um, but just kind of, just like kind of thinking back on it though. It kind of getting back to the whole, WTF faction that Royce Keys has with, you know, OTM, OMT, or whatever they're called, MFT.
Quick one. I
Eh,
love the way you just said WTF. That sounds like a good faction name for them. Like what the
well, I'll go down the street and pass the idea
yeah, just
along in the suggestion box. Yeah, but
yeah.
it kind of gets back to one of my biggest gripes about Triple H's booking. You're going after the viral moments. You're going after the big moments. You're going after the 20 plus year baby face kicking Cody Rhodes in the balls. You're going after the big moments. And I think that was the intention with this, whatever that was.
I think I think Triple H
But it just didn't
has
hit.
a
It did nothing for me.
I think I think Triple H gets his rocks knocked off by making factions. I mean, I get it. Your career, the biggest moment in your life is when you started Degeneration X. I get it. You are part of two of the greatest factions of all time. Okay,
Yeah,
but why on God's green earth? Every single time I blink, is either a faction getting redone or a brand new faction out of the woodwork that we didn't even ask for. Like Judgment Day. I just said their name. I can't believe I even said their name. Um, the bloodline's still going on. Thank God. That's one of the reasons why WWE is still
can
watchable at this
somebody
point.
get this man a cold towel? I mean, it kind of feels like you need a cold towel to lay across your forehead and just lay down right now.
Yeah, because my head hurts. Because I'm still trying to figure out. Bloodline broke up. Took 2 years off. We got a whole MFT, WTF, LOL, OMG, like we even got
ESPN,
ESPN.
MOUSE.
We've got MTF, MFT or whatever. Then we get the Bloodline 2.0, and then like excuse me, oh my bad, I forgot. We even had an OG Bloodline reunion. Get a Bloodline 2.0, and Judgment Day is still going on. Dominic Mysterio is still in Judgment Day. I'm with Big E. When he won the IC title, I thought that was the beginning of the end because I'm like, oh, Dom is taking off to another stratosphere. Dom is going to be on a stratosphere by itself where he could be a heel and he could be disliked, but like he's kind of on the Miz realm, right?
Right. Yeah.
No, we're going to let him carry on that IC title. We're gonna put him in AAA and let him win the Mega Championship. We're gonna let him lose the IC title and still keep the Mega. Speaking of the Mega Championship, Dom has had that title since what, a year ago, maybe two, a year. It seems like a year, just a year. It seems like.
7, 8, 9, 10 years. I've kind of lost count at this point.
At this point, I forgot he's the Mega Champion because he carries that thing like it's a toy. And then it's like no disrespect to AAA. I love AAA. Ever since that mass versus mass match, one of the greatest matches this year,
Hmm.
I got mad respect. The AAA Mega title, and I wish they'd just redo the title. But it reminds me of the damn 24/7 championship. It reminds me of a hardcore championship. It reminds
Oh
me of a
yeah.
championship where you just carrying it and it's like, oh yeah, he's the such champion. It don't look it don't look shiny at all. It's just like a put together title that you could buy off of TrophySmack.com. So like, come on, give AAA more respect and make it look like a world heavyweight championship, like the one Roman walking around with, the undisputed title that oh well, excuse me, CM Punk is walking around with. It that was my crash out. Besides the earlier crash out. So but Dom is literally still in the same faction
Hey, still
that's
going.
been going on. It's still going. It's still going. Liv has yet to defend that title since defending it at WrestleMania. Raquel Perez didn't need to be in that faction at all. She was fine by herself. She should have came in, slid in, and she would have been in the sole spot. Like, and if they keep calling her the prodigy, I swear for God, she's not a prodigy anymore. NXT, she was a prodigy. Now she's made her name. So why are you still calling her prodigy? Because she got trained by Booker T. Okay, so if she got trained by Booker T, why she's in the faction? She's fine on her own. Put her on SmackDown, and she's instantly the champion. No disrespect to Chelsea Green. We love Chelsea Green, but like, would you bet an eye if Roxanne Perez was the champion over there at SmackDown?
Hell no.
Exactly. So
Hell no.
like, and then my biggest gripe. How many times on this show have I said I'm trying to get a name right so I don't butcher it? Uh, Raquel Rodriguez. She should have been turned on Liv Morgan. How long are we going to just sing and dance around that?
I still had dark hair when you first started talking about that. And look at me. I'm more getting more salt than pepper.
He was talking in the dark living room
Yeah.
when I talked about that.
Yeah.
I didn't have a capable light or webcam.
This was before we started this podcast.
Yes, yes, that was what 80 episodes ago,
Yeah.
just about. Like eh, Triple H has his favorites. Let's just go and get it out of the
He
way. He
does.
has his
No, he does.
favorites,
Yeah.
and he's not ready to pull the trigger on something that makes sense. So
And that is a shame.
it very
And that is
much
a
is.
crying ass shame.
And by the time it's time to pull the trigger, the superstar has got so disgruntled that he just like, I'm not gonna renew my contract. I'm just gonna leave, and I'm gonna go to AEW, New Japan Wrestling, TNA, somewhere where I can get paid and I can get the freedom that I want to be what I want to be, and not be this carbon copy version of something they think I should be.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I wish you weren't right, but you totally are because Triple H definitely has his favorites. Um, some of them have made him a lot of money. Some of them have made the company a lot of money. but some of them just don't make a bit of sense.
Let's face it. I mean, the old man had his favorites too, but like, I
Yeah,
mean, he took risks too. He didn't just
he did.
play it safe by the book. This man literally done some diabolical stuff behind the scenes, but he done some diabolical stuff in front of the scenes to get a, as the guys in wrestling like to say, uh get a well, get people over, excuse me, or
Yeah,
get a pop, as they like to say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, speaking of the old man and diabolical, there's a project here in Stamford, Connecticut right now where a real estate developer bought the old WWE building, you know, the one that was on TV all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're turning it into luxury apartments, which, I think would be cool to live in a building like that. But do you realize there's not enough sage in the world to be able to burn, to be able to get out the stench out of Vince McMahon's office? There's not enough sage in this world to get out all that negative energy.
Or you can even destroy that building and rebuild a new building and get them demons out from that spot.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to call in a priest and do an exorcism out of some of that stuff. Be that as it
Otis,
may.
Otis
Go ahead.
literally won the Money in the Bank. Otis won the Money in the Bank in that same spot.
Remember when Otis was Money in the Bank winner? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers, yeah. I miss when we were positive. I miss when we can be positive about wrestling,
Which was last week. That's crazy.
which was 7 freaking days ago.
That's shorter than Sami Zayn's reign as champion.
I know. I know. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Like you said, this is kind of the lull. Definitely filler episodes of Raw. SmackDown this week was also taped after Raw. Not really looking forward to that. But they're also doing a double taping next week as well. But with the exception of Baron Corbin and the Boatman, what they've got going on for Sunday night's main event is actually pretty good. We're going, Obafemi against Braun Breaker, and you got Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, with
You
much more to
think
come.
then the hometown boy gets a win?
I, I think you could, um, but honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We can certainly lean into our predictions next week, because that's what it is. But I feel run down after this episode. I can't lie. I feel a little run down.
I always feel excited. I feel excited whenever we do an episode, but I never feel
Yeah,
excited about the topic of the episode. Like certain topics I get hyped about, oh
sure.
yeah, man, Monday night was great. But the way Monday night ended, I was like, yeah, our episode is gonna be poo poo. Now, me personally, not poo poo and me and you talking about it, but like
Oh yeah,
poo poo because this is the topic that we're talking about. We just went from talking about Solo,
This is what they're giving us.
yeah, going on a generational babyface run to him getting beat up by a no name faction that nobody asked for.
The OTC OMG WTF faction.
In Timberland boots. Are y'all all from y'all from the Bay Area, but like, why y'all look like y'all from New York?
Dressing like they're from the Bronx. Yeah.
Yeah, and I, I'm, I don't know. I can't. And Jacob
Y-
wasn't even there. Jacob wasn't even there.
no. Which still makes me think that Jacob's going to be a wild card in that whole whatever the hell they got going on with that.
Jacob is a wild card, but in my eyes, Jacob only follows one person, and that's Roman Reigns. So when Roman Reigns says jump, he says how high. When the Usos sit there and try to tell him stuff, all he says is punk Usos. Because at the end of the day, they are not just because they're captains, just because they got the assistant manager job. Jacob was like, I don't give a darn about this job. The only person I refer to is the general manager, the COO, the CEO, the president, basically. But I'm very interested to see where they go this up and coming Monday night. Jacob shows up. Usos asks where you been. A little bit of conflict here and there. Like, oh, where has he been? And then like, we go from there. So
Yeah. Yeah. Because I do think, best case scenario, I do think it ends with Jacob Fatu super kicking somebody in the face.
oh, he's going to put somebody in that death grip for sure.
In the death
I
grip.
can
Yeah.
feel it.
No. Yeah.
I can feel it. So
But is it going to be I love you solo and then turn on Roman Reigns?
mm, mm,
They got history.
maybe.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that next week. Dom, I would say this has been a fun episode, but I'm a little run down after it. But thank you
I
so
gotta
much
take a
for doing
shower.
it again with me. Yeah.
I gotta take a shower after this. I feel dirty.
Yeah. No, no facts. Yeah. But thank you so much for watching and listening to the Wrestling Roundtable. You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Follow us on the social media machine. All the links are down below. And check us out again next week where we hope we're a lot more positive. For Dom, I'm Ryan. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And until we yeet again, take care and so long for now.
This is your warning shot.